Hello friends, welcome back to my channel or welcome to new members of our community. I'm truly happy to see you. My name is Yasa and I'm from Saint Petersburg, Russia. I moved to United States, Florida 10 years ago and I'm here to share with you my journey. Today I wanted to talk to you about a serious topic, something philosophical, something deep. I love those topics. I wanted to ask your opinion and share mine on a culture here in the United States that I really think we should learn. The entire world have to adopt that practice of support groups. Maybe we don't even realize living here in America, but I don't think it's very typical for other countries. I can speak for my country. I don't know any support group there. I'm sure there are some, but on the scale compared to how it is in the United States, it's pretty much non-existent. I've never heard about any support group in Russia, and I heard about them here in the United States, even by watching movies. For example, AA meetings, Anonymous Alcoholics meetings, often quoted topic in movies and pictured and depicted. Support for any kind of drug addiction, support for any kind of food addiction, support for people who are struggling with fatal diseases and fatal sicknesses, dying people. Just recently, about 2 or 3 days ago, I performed online for a support group in a way that I didn't realize have that tremendous support system ingrained in it, until I saw a person who was sharing her story and until I heard her saying expiration date. I started listening closely. She was talking about her fatal sickness and that she received an expiration date from a doctor for her. And then I realized that, oh my gosh, this is a young woman who is so cheerful and talking to us through Zoom and listening to me playing and commenting on others and on other testimonies of other people and being so supportive and smiling and kind and full of life. She's dying. She is dying and she knows how long she has to live. And that was such a tremendous realization for me. Also in a way that group that I've been performing for reacted to those news in most unusual way. They were smiling. They were smiling. They were kind. They just embraced her in love, support, and kindness. They commented on her words in a way that this is the most beautiful testimony one can ever give. And she was talking about that she's accepting and ready to move on to the next level. It's like we have different stages in our life. We have kindergarten with chocolate milk and naps, like she put it. Then we have preschool, we have elementary school, middle school, high school, university. We graduate, we go on to adult world, we get job, we get married, all those different stages in life. And she said she's ready to graduate from kindergarten and move on to a next level, to preschool or middle school, to a next stage in her, to the next stage that is following life itself, to the next stage that awaits for us after we die. That's what she meant. And she was very graceful about it. And she talked with such poise, such kindness, such smile, and such joy about it that I was overwhelmed. And most of all, I was overwhelmed by support that other people showed in a way that this is so natural to share things like that. And there is no, oh my goodness, oh, what's going on? Oh God, life is so cruel. None of that. They were just kind, embracing, supportive, and joyous. That was a revelation to me, that you can react in that way to news that someone is dying. I wanted to see how do we communicate, how do we talk, what do we say to people that found out such a diagnosis that they have so and so to live, that they have a couple of months to live, a year to live, weeks, days. How do we approach those news? Not in the way how do we deal with those news ourselves, which is of course another separate topic, but how do we support others that goes through this? And what do you say when you find out your friend is dying? I was very shocked, and now the more I contemplate on that, I admire this way of reception that people showed her, that joy and that love and compassion that they showed her, that they didn't reveal their tears or resentment toward life. They supported her in a way that this is a beautiful thing that's expecting her. That was really powerful. And I just want to know what I will say to people in this situation. I want to be... for myself, I found that the only thing I can really say that does make a difference, that I love that person. Just tell them that I love them. Because of course I'm sorry for their loss, of course I'm grieving, and of course I'm crying with them. But those feelings are not supporting them. Those feelings are not giving them strength to move on and to live. What I can offer them that gives them strength and ability to move on is my love, my hope for their future, my love, my support, my understanding, my kindness, my support. That's why when I hear about someone passing, and lately it's been so many, I just say how truly and profoundly and deeply I love them, and I offering them my thoughts and my prayers and my healing thoughts. Please let me know how you deal with those situations. How do you talk to a person after he just told you that he is probably not gonna be here long? How do you address that? How do you react? And what is the best way to react in a way that will help them to feel more secure, to not be afraid? This is the whole reason, right? Just for them to not be afraid. Well, that's a deep topic that started from support groups in the United States. And I just wanted to say that we have so many here, support groups that offer help, compassion, lending a listening ear to those who need it, to those who wants to just find the compassion and just vent out and share what they're going through. And not everyone has this opportunity. A lot of people just lonely and live alone. They don't even have friends who is willing to listen to them. We don't even realize how many people are like that there. Or they don't feel comfortable sharing with their families and friends. Maybe they holding their face. They're presenting themselves in a way that they're put together and everything is great. But in fact, they're actually heartbroken, and only way they can share it are with strangers or somewhat of a strangers, that support group that you have. So this is a tremendous practice. I just realized how important that is, going through that experience of me performing for that group and for us showering and immersing in love, showering with love that person who is battling a fatal sickness, and how important that system of support groups is. And I wish more countries, and sooner than later, realize that and establish that practice. And maybe a lot of I'll make another video about, I guess, psychological practice and practice of psychologists that is so popular here in the United States. You know it also from movies, that we all go to psychologists here, we share everything we go through, which is such a healthy practice, I think. And unfortunately, I have to say that in Russia, I can speak only for Russia, I don't know how is it in other countries, but in Russia, we are kind of looking down upon it. We think of people who need psychological help in this way are not strong enough, not able to deal with their own emotions and figure out their own stuff. I wanted to say a harsh word, but I won't because you understand. One is supposed to be strong, supposed to suck it up and deal with his emotions, especially if it's a man, right? And plus, we don't have that much money to spend on just random sharing of your day's routine with someone. Psychologists get compensated really well here in the United States. And this is such a wrong belief. I just wanted to say right away that I truly believe that everyone needs to vent out, everyone needs to talk to someone, and it's better if it's not a friend, because you don't know if the advice your friend is going to give you is going to be a good one, right? Because everyone just giving advice is based on their own expertise, knowledge, and maybe hidden motives. Psychologist is a trained professional who giving you advices and knowledge based on research, based on education that they received, based on a whole psychological practice of a couple of 100 years, started with Freud and many others, that is been studied, explored, analyzed by many great minds. And the advice that you're getting hopefully is based on knowledge and understanding of your specific situation without any hidden motives. So truly, psychological help and support groups are just a tremendous value and tremendous asset that we have here in the United States. I'm here to help. I'm your support group to go through this pandemic, and you are mine. You are my support group because it feels so therapeutic to share with you. I truly mean it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Пока.